There are now 9 days before TikTok could be banned. And in there are 9 Supreme Court justices hearing arguments for and against it. I, a mere mortal, cannot go in the actual courtroom, but we do have a court reporter in there, which we will get back to later. But let's talk to Anna to get a vibe of what's going on outside of the courtroom.
Vibe is that it's absolutely freezing cold, and
Yeah.
so I don't know if that's affecting the numbers that are out here. It's hard to imagine that it isn't. The creators that I've spoken with are all women. One is a small business owner, one is a lifestyle creator, one is a journalist who uses the platform. All of them talked about fear that they feel if this happens. Another big thing that they said was they feel like there's a misconception where members of Congress think they're banning an app that is people dancing. But for them, this is money in their pocket. And so they are here really hoping that the Supreme Court will save the app.
And now that oral arguments are over, let's go to our Supreme Court reporter, Ann, to see what she thought of the arguments and check in on TikTok's status.
There was lots of discussion about what happens after January 19th, the deadline that Congress set, and what happens if TikTok goes dark. Yeah, I would say that there was not a lot of sympathy for TikTok in the room among the justices. Had Chief Justice Roberts saying, we can't ignore this connection to China. You had Justice Sonia Sotomayor, a liberal, talking about how this is a bill passed by a bipartisan group of lawmakers and signed by President Biden. I think that there was definitely concern among the justices about how this does implicate the free speech rights of millions of Americans, but they really seem to embrace Congress's concerns about national security and that the Chinese government could access the personal sensitive data of Americans. There was a line about how young Americans could be blackmailed or turned into spies for the Chinese government. So I think that the majority is definitely leaning towards upholding the law and letting it take effect on January 19th.
So there you have it from our Supreme Court expert. Now we should be hearing at least a temporary decision next week and then a more thorough one in the days and weeks to come. Now it's time for me to get inside. I am cold. You see the snow with the fluffy coat. My toes are freezing.